Welcome to Marvel
much for the
Cosmos, the
gun? Not for
ultimate
sale.
space where we dive
Okay,
deep
how much for
into
the
the Marvel
arm?
Cinematic Universe. Today, we've got some
Oh,
breaking
I'll get
news
that
that's
arm.
shaking up the entire fandom.
Get your spectral sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is assembling an electrifying cast.
I am Groot!
I am Steve Rogers.
I'm Carol Danvers.
We're talking about Jon Bernthal reprising his role as Frank Castle, aka the Punisher,
I tell you what I think, Ray.
Tell me what you think.
I don't think you came here for my help.
Mark Ruffalo's Hulk smashing his way into the mix,
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
Enough! You are all of you beneath me.
and of course, the beloved Zendaya and Jacob Batalon returning as MJ and Ned.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
Let's start with Jon Bernthal. Known for his gritty, emotionally raw portrayal of Frank Castle in the Punisher series, Jon Bernthal's return signals a darker, street-level narrative. His character operates in the moral gray area, a vigilante who doesn't shy away from lethal justice. Integrating the Punisher into a Spider-Man film suggests we'll see Peter Parker facing not just supervillains, but moral dilemmas about justice and vengeance. Imagine Peter's idealism clashing with Frank's brutal worldview. It's narrative gold. So, how does the Punisher fit into Spider-Man Brand New Day? Well, according to early reports, Frank Castle will have a significant role that ties into Peter Parker's struggle with vigilante ethics. Imagine the dynamic. Peter's moral compass clashing with Castle's ruthless justice. It's a recipe for intense storytelling. In the comics, Spider-Man and the Punisher have had a complex relationship. They first crossed paths in The Amazing Spider-Man number 129 back in 1974. Frank was initially hired to eliminate Spider-Man, believing he was a criminal, but over time, they developed a grudging respect for each other's methods, despite their stark differences. Now, let's speculate a bit. How will Jon Bernthal's Punisher interact with Tom Holland's Spider-Man? Peter's youthful optimism versus Frank's hardened worldview could lead to some powerful scenes. Will they be allies, adversaries, or something in between? Personally, I think getting the Punisher to join is a brilliant move by Marvel. It adds grit to Spider-Man's world and allows for deeper character development. Jon Bernthal's intense presence will challenge Peter in ways we haven't seen before. Plus, it opens the door for darker, more mature themes within Spider-Man's storyline. Here are a few fan theories circulating online. Punisher as Peter's unlikely mentor. Could Frank Castle teach Peter some harsh lessons about responsibility? A new, sinister threat. Perhaps they'll team up against a common enemy like the Kingpin. Moral conflict. Will Peter have to choose between Frank's methods and his own code? Now, on to Mark Ruffalo's Hulk.
He was totally ready to kill any of us.
He did try to kill me.
Yes, me too. Many occasions. This one time when we were children, he transformed himself into a snake, and he knows that I love snakes. So I went to pick up the snake to admire it, and he transformed back into himself, and he was like, "Yeah, it's me!" And he stabbed me. We were 8 at the time.
His inclusion is fascinating because the Hulk typically operates on a different scale. Think global threats, not street crime. Could this mean Brand New Day is bridging the gap between ground-level heroes and larger-than-life Avengers? Or perhaps we'll see the Professor Hulk persona offering mentorship to Peter, contrasting with Punisher's harsh lessons. The dynamics here are exciting. Peter caught between the nurturing guidance of Bruce Banner and the harsh, unforgiving nature of Frank Castle. Of course, Zendaya as MJ and Jacob Batalon as Ned are back. Their chemistry with Tom Holland's Peter Parker has been the emotional heart of the recent Spider-Man films.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Their presence ensures that, despite the heavy hitters joining the cast, the story remains grounded in Peter's personal life. Expect their roles to evolve, possibly facing the consequences of Peter's choices amid this new, darker world. Now, here's the big question. Is Brand New Day another multiverse extravaganza, or are we shifting to street-level action? Considering the inclusion of characters like the Punisher and the focus on Peter's core relationships, I believe Marvel is steering towards a more grounded, street-level narrative. The multiverse storyline was spectacular, but it's time to recalibrate. And what better way than diving into Peter's struggle to find his place in a post-Avengers world? However, the Hulk's involvement hints at larger implications. Perhaps there are remnants of multiversal consequences lingering, subtly influencing the plot. It could be the perfect blend. Grounded stories with hints of cosmic consequences, striking a balance Marvel hasn't fully explored yet. Here's my final thoughts, in my opinion. Spider-Man Brand New Day has the potential to redefine the MCU's direction. By blending street-level grit with the emotional depth of Peter's relationships and the intellectual gravitas of Bruce Banner, while balancing the brutal philosophy of Frank Castle, Marvel could deliver one of the most layered and compelling films yet. What do you think? Are you excited about this star-studded lineup? Do you prefer the multiverse chaos or a return to street-level storytelling? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates from Marvel Cosmos. Until next time, keep your Spidey sense tingling.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.